Ting.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
We are from Ananda Marga, and these people are one of Baba's manifestation, not just in the meditation part, in neo-humanism, in being vegetarian, but this part I think has something to do in our society, and it is called Prout. And with us, brothers and sister, can you please introduce us? What is Prout and what is your role in manifesting Prout? Would you like to start, brother?
Namaskar. Actually, for me, as a universal definition of proud is especially connected to what we are doing is local products or local resources
Like this.
for local production to have a local success. So that is just the one of the basic like or simple definition of proud. But proud is more deeper and more. There's lots of definition pa dyan. But for me, I think that's one of the key points nga. Local resources, like example, the what is abundant in that area should be produced in that area also, local production, and to attain success. So that's all.
But brother, when you say local, we have a foreign input here. What
Yes.
happened? Brother, would you like to explain your presence in Proud, talking about local product, and in the Philippines, I think coconut is in the Philippines, but why you are part of it?
Sure, thank you. Well, it is all about using the local raw materials and the local people. So, but it also has to be set up and organized because usually there's the opportunity to do this is not very apparent and it's not very easy to do it. So I'm the only foreigner involved in this project. Everybody else is local. And as Kiranat says, the idea really is to use the local raw materials to create local products and create local jobs for local people so that they can have a better livelihood in their own barangays.
No need to go abroad. We have our own natural resources. And brother, what is the role of our sister here? She's definitely a local in our place. So what is her role? Introduce her to us.
Well, this is Sister Janani. She's the general manager of Orococo.
Oh, tell us how you manage it, sister.
I'm focused in the production. I am the one who manages the production area of the business. I am the result, or I am the example of the woman empowerment. I was given a chance to to have a job, which provide my family's income, which also help for the living of my family.
Wow, that's amazing. You said women empowerment. Does that mean to say you have the power to do nothing at all in the past?
Yeah, I am. Before we were so very struggling in our livelihood, in our daily needs. We're so one of the poorest among in our barangays.
Oh, Oroqueta. Brother, what brings you to Oroqueta? How did it happen that you reach in Oroqueta?
Well, I was in Denmark and then I saw a very short presentation from a monk, a yogic monk, telling about how they're in this city of Oroquieta with 80,000 people and they're working with the local farmers, taking the raw materials and providing good quality employment to people here. And I was very inspired. I contacted him and I said, hey, I can help you. I can do some marketing for you or do a website for you for free. And he just said, don't worry about that. But if you want, come here. I said, okay, I
But
will
what
go.
were you doing, like to give up what you had in Sweden and just to go to the Philippines? What were you doing in Sweden?
I had my business before doing web development and running my own web agency. So I could come here and continue to run my business. And in fact, what I offered was that I will provide the services of my business to Dada for free for this project. And but he was more interested in getting me involved in the day-to-day of actually running the operations. So eventually he hired me and then I stopped my business.
Oh, wow. And you, brother, are you also, she's managing, and what is your role in Orococo? This is the brand, by the way. One of
Uh,
the brands, the coconut.
Yes, po.
What is your role?
Actually, my position is the board of director. So more or less the law makers of the cooperative. But actually, as of now, I'm also doing some administrative stuffs in the cooperative.
Wow.
Yes.
And have you marked your good in developing website and have you marketed this so far? Do you have people patronizing Oro Coco?
Yes, the best way people can patronize us is through Shopee. Um, then you can get it. You can buy it anywhere in the whole country, and you can easily have it shipped to you.
And
We're also available in supermarkets in some
oh,
places.
it's already established. Oh, by the way, brother, what is the role of Baba? Can you define proud to us? Because it originated with a proud idea. I don't understand. Like, is it helping the government or it is Baba's project for Ananda Marga to prosper and materially? What is the meaning of proud?
Well, Prout means the progressive utilization theory. It's a different socioeconomic theory, different from capitalism or communism. And there's so many, it's so hard to explain, but one of the main things is that we need to guarantee the basic necessities of every single human being so that nobody has to worry about their housing, their food, education, healthcare, transport. This should be guaranteed to every single human being. At the same time, we also need to take care of the animals and the planet. We need to take responsibility for this whole planet. That is some parts of the core, some of the core parts of Proud.
Wow, so proud is really deviating from being a capitalist nation and a communist nation. You mean it's in between? How about democracy? Like, or is it the business side?
Proud can be run through a democracy. It can also be run through a benevolent dictatorship. But that's not really the issue. The issue is more on how you do things. In capitalism, it's all about freedom and profits. Like if you have the skills, you have the right to make as much money you want,
Yeah.
regardless of who you're stepping on, how many animals you kill, how much you take
Oh.
from the nature, how many human beings you have doing almost slave labor for you. In capitalism, you are free to do whatever you want. In communism, everybody is exactly the same. But in Proud, we have to uplift everybody to at least a basic income level so nobody is poor. And
Oh.
then there's a max cap, so you cannot be infinitely rich. Maybe you can have $100 million, maybe you can have $1 billion, but maybe not so much more than that. At some point, there's got to be a limit because otherwise, a few individuals have all the resources in the world, and while other people are starving, which is the current world we live in.
And in testimony to that, sister was able to be lifted up. Like I hope you don't mind. Like, what is your educational attainment?
I was undergrad in college. I
See?
just
And she's a-
fourth year college.
Imagine.
Your job.
Oh yeah, and then she is assigned to be a manager.
Yeah.
So you do not look at like education,
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
have to be on top of the ladder.
Yeah. It will not matter if you are undergrad, you are just high school or elementary.
It matters your sincerity and your skills, not what piece of paper you have. Similarly,
Oh.
Kieranat, his family wants him to go to college,
You're
and
not in college.
Actually, I stopped because like it like you guys and Dada also, and also my spirit to help. So I stopped and focus on Orokoko because it's so hard for me. Example, I'm already in college, then I'm working in Orokoko, so I need to put
Focus.
down one of the choices. So I think the urgent one is to make the Orokoko a success. Then if already successful, maybe 1 to 2 years, I will go back again in my education.
For what? For doing a business, right?
Yes.
But I would like to know, is this the only pioneer? Is this a brainchild of Proud? Or there are Prouds around the Philippines doing some other products? Is this the pioneer product?
this is recognized as the global model project of Proud.
Wow.
But there are other Proutistic projects around the world. A
Really?
lot of times they are not run by Ananda Margis. It's not even run by people who understand what Proud is, but they happen to do things in a Proutistic way just because they kind of stumbled upon kind of the right things. But what we're looking to do is to really set up a model project that can be copied and replicated all around the world.
So could you tell me, like, I know coconut is just for copra, like you said earlier. What are the things that you made in your Proud project for the coconut? Because I know it's copra. What are the things, ate?
We produce six products.
Six? Wow.
Cocoa aminos, balsamic vinegar, cocoa honey alternative, um, BCO, virgin coconut oil, and
That's yours.
liquid seasoning.
And our new product is the coconut peanut
Peanut
butter.
butter.
Amazing.
And all of our products are FDA approved. Our facility is already have a license to operate, and each and every products are already certified, approved by FDA. So,
Out of Oroqueta.
opo.
Where is that exactly?
Oroqueta is the capital city of the province of Misamis Occidental in the northern Mindanao. It belongs in the region 10. And
Because you have plenty of coconuts.
yeah,
is that
it's
why?
the province of Misamis Occidental. That's why it's called Misamis Occidental. Misamis is from the Latin word kuyamis, which means a variety of coconut. So Misamis alone is already known as the coconut, maybe the king, the coconut city of the Philippines or province.
Wow. And you are magnetizing the use of it, right?
Yes.
Oh, brother, I don't understand when you say it's not in the papers when you join the Proud Project. So you mean to say everybody is equal, educated or non-educated, can be part of of this project?
Yes, it's not about what certificate you have. You can have a certificate or you can not. I also did not go to college.
Really?
And it's about what you can do and what you're willing to do for the project.
I see. And as a Proutist that we learned directly from Baba, like, do you also really balance it with our meditation and our yoga practice? Like, it's proud because it came from our mentor, our guru.
We do meditation every day, working days, Monday to Friday.
All of the employees, we do kirtan and meditation before eating lunch. And after the meditation, we have also like a collective study circle. And aside from that, we have also we just graduated some of the Proud circles, Proud study circle. So every week we have a focusing on studying Proud. Example, one lesson, one day, like that. And our speaker is, I think it's
Dharma.
Dada Maheshwarananda. So we have short study circle every day where we discuss about the idea of Proud to all our employees, because it's important to us that it's not just a few people who run everything, but every person who's involved should understand the ideology behind what we're doing so that it can sustain if ever something happens to us. So we do that a little bit every day, about 30 minutes. But we also have concentrated 2-3 hour sessions, 10 different modules where we teach all our employees about what is Proud and how can it be implemented in your locality.
Wow, meaning to say it's like a progressive thing for the people that are around. Like, you don't get a routine to be doing this, clocking in, clocking out, but you learn to grow mentally, right? Because you're studying.
This is a very core part of Proud. You know, Proud wants to guarantee everybody's basic necessities, but why? It's because if you don't have the basic necessities, it's very hard to develop further. So the first step is guarantee everybody's basic needs so that everybody can expand psychically, spiritually, and mentally further in terms of their learning, their skills, their capacity in management, their love for others. That's the spiritual side, right? Growing your circle of love. So giving this to all people is a big part of the reason for Proud.
Expanding love, because we are in a cliche that people parents educate their children, and so that they're like investments in the future to support their parents, right? But you are not just around your circle of workers, but to extend to everybody. How can you do that?
it's in our motto of our products. Motto of our Coco is spreading love in every battle. So yeah, spreading
Isn't
love
it
in every
sweet?
battle.
I didn't see that. Where is that?
Actually, we have our new packaging already. So our motto is spreading love in every battle. So we already expressed in our videos, in our marketing, marketing videos, that every battle are made by by the workers that with love, and like the Babanam Kebalam. So meaning on how we can transfer the love to other people is through our products.
Oh,
Being
wow.
healthy, example, if they intake our products, then we're example, there's an assurance that we will be healthy. Like example,
Of
they're
course.
taking healthy products,
Yeah.
something like that.
But sister, you bluntly said that you're in high school. So what did you learn? Like your English is good now.
I'm kind of college level.
A college level. So did you feel like you are mentally elevated? Like
Yeah, proud taught me that I should not be ashamed because we are equal. We're the same.
educated or not educated,
Yeah.
rich or poor, what makes us equal, brother?
I think it's, in the outside it looks like we're all different, and it's true, but we have equal worth. We have intrinsic value. And a big part of Proutist, it's based on spirituality. It's based on the idea that we are all one.
So if you see the poor person, he can't be that poor. You have to do something to that poor person because you cannot be one and then he is poor and you are rich and you have a house. So what will you do to that person? If he is
Actually, that's also the one of the program also we just established last January or February. It's just started by some of the employees of Orococo. What we're doing is like we do donations from our salaries and also from other employees or other persons, individuals who wanted to donate. And we're looking for individuals, especially those who are poorest of the poor, and we provide a housing, a house.
And a
We
chair.
repair in Oroqueta.
wow.
So we provide, example, a roof, they repair the roof, provide the light because there's no
But
electricity.
that's a mort, right? Or different? Proud and a mort?
We're also starting a mort in Ananda Marga, but it's also almost the same as Proud because actually it's so hard also for a blind old woman to work,
Yes.
and it's nice if to give na lang jud the best benefit
For her.
for her. So,
Those
oh, so
less
especially in
more
that situation.
for others, less for self, so that there will be enough for everybody. Yeah, but last night, well, going back, I know Proud started with Ananda Marga, but last night there was a speech about Dada that there is a thief and then there's a rich guy. Like, we need to do something. We don't blame the thief, but the government, and then it's connected to the Proud as a government. I don't understand. What can the Proud organization do to a thief?
Well, Proud's solution to thievery and to immoral behavior is to create a society where nobody's put in such a bad position that they feel that they have to. And the way Proud will solve that is by guaranteeing everybody's basic needs. Now, Proud is not an organization, it's an idea that any organization can implement. It's an ideology, correct. So we cannot implement this even on a barangay level or a city level. We're trying to do it on
Globally.
a cooperative level first to set a model for other cooperatives, for businesses, for governments even. But what it really has to happen is once it's working, it has to spread to other cities, other governments for this to become a global thing.
And for those who are awakened, Margis or non-Margis, probably it's your willingness to do something. If you're burned out with your work, as Baba said, as Dada said, those who are willing can do something. So would you like to encourage everybody that might be touched by our talk today? What willingness do you want from our audience?
Well, one very simple thing is, we're not yet as successful as we'd like to be. So if you'd like to go to Shopee and buy our products, that goes directly to support
Yeah.
all the farmers that are working. If you want to do something in your own area, then it's really about figuring out what are the needs of the people in your local area. How about their housing? How about their food? How about their education? What do they need? At the same time, what do they have? What are the resources, the people and the raw materials they have? And make some kind of business out of it in a cooperative way. So there's a lot that goes into it, but this kind of business needs to be started all over the place, everywhere, so that local people can have good quality employment, benefiting from the nature that is around them instead of somebody else
But
getting it.
Oroqueta is also blessed with the coconut then. So the resources, the natural resources, as the source of you doing
doing something, it has to be the resources. Maybe identify what resources do you have in your locality.
And utilize that to the max. That is the progressive utilization of
Theory.
raw materials
Raw materials.
and of people,
People.
right? And proper utilization of people means you help them and allow them to develop themselves. That's how you properly utilize it,
Develop
right?
financially and mentally so that they would know do the right thing and they will not become greedy and steal from something, right? So I really appreciate your time to be part, to be promoting our audience about progressive utilization theory. And do you have a message for those, maybe if they're challenged, or, I mean, what benefit you have for yourselves? Maybe it is enough that was said that maybe if they're invited, but what benefit it does to you as a person? That would be my last question for all of you.
Actually, the Proud divert me really on what will be our vision towards. Example, it's not once you already know about Proud, it's not all about your personal interest. It's all about what can you do to your community, how can you offer yourself, like what Dada said, how can you surrender yourself to the community, and
Like Baba
what can you
said.
offer, yes, what can you offer to the society. So that's why I think for me, sacrificing my study, that's already a lot for me.
To sacrifice.
Even if my family cannot accept already. Actually, my family have a capacity to go to, like, to provide education for me, but I really stand for my family also.
Yeah.
That I will stop for now, but I will continue, but not now, until I said someday 2 to 3 years Orococo is already sustainable.
Yeah. And then, like John F. Kennedy says, don't ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So, sister, so we will make brother say the last. So, how did you grow as a person, personally, and with your family, and in your society, in your own little community? How do they look up to you now? Or
For me, I used to do service because I've been Purok president, even it's just a Purok president
Purok.
Purok president for 10 years. Then I used to do service. That's why I go into Orococo, even if it's for free at the first time. I wasn't have any salary for that. It's just pahina. Then for now, it really helps a lot in my family. I was able to send my daughters in college.
wow.
I have my eldest daughter is now fourth year student of MSU IIT. So it really helps a lot in the way of living. We are not the same as before.
Wow. Thank you so much, sister. Brother, you are away from home. Is this home away from home? Because you are here. How did you develop compassion to the people? Why are you like? What does it do to you and the effect of your family in Sweden?
Well, this is home, period. And I came here because I was inspired by the work that was done by Dada, and I wanted to be a part of
It
it.
was Dada's video you saw.
It was Dada's presentation.
Dada Dharma.
Yeah, Dada Dharma with Ananda. I was inspired by that. I wanted to learn from him. I wanted to help, and I wanted to grow. Partly selfish because I saw.
Partly selfish.
Yes, because I saw that this project is so big, so difficult, and so good. So if I can go and do this and make this happen, working with government, working with farmers, making products, marketing, bureaucracy, all these things, if I can do that, then I would be able to do anything. So I did it because
Wow.
I wanted to grow personally,
Learn.
and I wanted to help, improve myself and help others. So
And I know.
for me, that's why I came, and now this is home.
Wow, thank you so much. I hope our Filipinos will learn that proud is something to get away, is a better choice than capitalism, because if you're
the
not
best.
educated, then nothing will happen to you. You cannot be employed, or the capitalists or the oligarchs. So thank you so much,
Thank you.
and
Thank
hope
you.
to see the progress in the next version. Bye. Thank you. Namaskar.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.